Hi, this is Kevin from Christ Connection with a thought and encouragement for you that might challenge you as you go along your day to day. This last weekend, my in-laws and our family, we went to a corn maze. Now, if you've never been to a corn maze is a big field where they've cut in these grooves in them that you can walk through, and in this case they had those markers that you're supposed to find in there in that maze and then come out the other side. And I wanted to bring you some life lessons from the corn maze. Now, maybe it's just I was stuck there too long. I don't know. But first of all, as you're going through the corn maze, it sometimes feels a little bit like life. All you see around you is corn. It doesn't look any different. It's just this path and these corn taller than you and you're just walking through. And sometimes it's helpful to have perspective from above. You're going through it and you need some perspective from above. And as you can see, the prayer guy is going to say, take some time to pray. But let me give you a specific thing that you can pray today. The thing you can pray is, God, give me your perspective. Because He can see things that you can't see. God, give me your perspective that I need to go through the maze of my life to make it most effective and most beneficial to you. So first is get God's perspective. Second, as you're going through, well, when we were going through, there was, my daughter and I, there was a family that was a little bit further up ahead and we could hear them, and so we were able to get to where they were, which is where we were trying to get to. The same is true of life. There's sometimes people who are a little bit further down from us that can help us when we can't see the way to go. That's the advisors, the mentors, the teachers in our life that can help us as we're going forward. But let me make this really practical. Let me encourage you today to send one email, Facebook message to someone that you respect with a specific question. Not a big long, will you mentor me? Or not a big long, here's my whole life story. Just a specific question that they could maybe help you with and give you some advice on. So first is get God's perspective. Two is learn from those who are a little bit further on ahead. Three, when we got there, they gave us a sheet of paper that had kind of a map on there with where the markers were. And you're probably already guessing where I'm going with this one. You got to follow the map. And you're thinking, okay, Kevin's going to talk about the Bible. And yes, I am. But I want you to think a little bit deeper about this. If you're going through a maze with a map, you look at the map and then for 5 minutes don't look back at it, you're going to be completely lost. And you're not even going to know where you are, much less where you need to go, because you'll just be turned around. And you have to constantly be looking at the map. The same is true of our life. Sometimes it's easy to look once and then maybe 3 days later look again. The Bible requires kind of an ongoing encouragement, an ongoing process. How are you? Think about your system that you use right now to get God's Word in your life, and what could you tweak to make it kind of a more something you think about on an ongoing basis. So first is perspective from above. Two, learn from those who are further on ahead of you. Three, follow the map. Fourth is very important. When you get into a dead end, which happens in corn mazes, when you get into a dead end, turn around. Now, that again may sound like duh, but what happens in life often, we get into a dead end and we do one of two things. Either we try and pound our head, like we're just going to make it through this somehow, some way, or we sit down like, oh, I'm such a failure. I'm in a dead end. I can't do it anymore. Just sit down and don't do anything. That's not going to get you out of that situation. You need to go to God and say, God, I need some new direction here. Maybe there's a relationship that's you're struggling with. God, give me a new strategy for this relationship. Maybe a business idea or whatever it is that you're kind of in a dead end. Say, God, I need some new perspective. Very specific prayer. God, give me some wisdom for the situation. And God's problem, if we ask for wisdom, He'd give it to us. So don't just sit in that dead end. Don't have a pity party there. Say, God, I'm in a dead end. I need your perspective. So when you get a perspective from above, ask those people who are a little bit further on ahead for some wisdom. Send that email today. figure out your strategy to constantly be looking at the map. And 4, when you get into a dead end, do a different strategy. Ask God for some new wisdom for where you're at. So I hope that's an encouragement to you. I hope you take one of those things and do something with it today. I appreciate you. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, why don't you subscribe, check out one of our other videos. Why don't you like, share, so that other people can find this as well. We do these for your encouragement and for your blessing. So thanks for your support.